Good afternoon, Russell students and staff. My name is Lance.
My name is Sarah.
And you are inside the nest. All juniors and selected seniors, you will be participating in I-STEP testing on February 3rd, 4th, 10th, and 11th. Testing will occur at the beginning of each day in the aux gym, unless otherwise specified. Please check Canvas for more details. If you have any questions, please ask Mrs. Dunn.
The PSAT Makeup Day is scheduled for January 26th at 8:10 a.m. Sophomores and juniors who missed the date in October will test. You will need number 2 pencils, not mechanical pencils, and a 4-function calculator. You may also bring a snack and a drink only to be consumed during breaks. Report to room 108 on test day. Remember, no smart devices are allowed to be turned on or to be on your person during the test. Please review your PSAT study guide that you received in early October.
FFA livestock judging practices are on Mondays after school from 3:15 to 4:30.
There will be a 6th and 7th grade FCA meeting Thursday, January 28th in Mrs. Hale's room during the first half of homeroom.
The middle school student council will meet for a full meeting in the flex space on Tuesday at 1.
Middle school student council officers, please come to Mrs. McElrath's room at 1:15 on Monday to prepare for the Tuesday meeting.
Girls interested in playing or managing tennis this spring are encouraged to attend the call-out meeting on February 11th in Coach Etherington's classroom during the second part of homeroom.
Today's weather, we will have a high of 40 with a low of 23, a 90% chance of snow with wind speeds of 8 miles per hour.
Today's Mindful Monday video is about the teenage brain. Don't forget to email Mrs. Jones with 2 things you learned so that you can be entered in the weekly prize drawing.
The adolescent period is absolutely amazing. People often give it a negative approach, saying, oh, it's a time where adolescents are going to lose their mind, or they're just immature, or raging hormones drive them crazy. These are all not only wrong, but they're myths that mislead us and actually disempower us. Whether we're adults or adolescents, they actually give us the wrong message and they make it so there's nothing we can do. So what is actually the truth? The truth is that instead of raging hormones, what's happening is we have remodeling in the brain. In ways we never could have predicted, we now understand 2 big things are happening in the brain. Things you as an adult can support adolescents in developing well, and if you're an adolescent, you actually can use this to help your brain grow in an optimal way. What are those 2 things? The brain is pruning itself. So imagine that in childhood, you're growing like a tree and establishing all these branches and all these leaves are growing. In the brain, that means connections among the basic cell, the neuron, called synapses, are being established, and you're soaking in the knowledge of the world, and that's beautiful. The tree is just growing, growing, growing. But then what happens, that surprised everyone, is the brain begins to prune itself. You start carving away some of those leaves, some of the smaller branches, even some of the larger branches. And the reason for the pruning is to specialize the brain. While the child is developing in ways that are really generalized, learning everything they can about everything they can, an adolescent is going to begin to find their passion, to actually find things they like, things they really love doing, and to drive their development in that way. So pruning is actually a use it or lose it principle underneath it. That if you don't use something, you're going to lose it. So if you like sports or like dancing or like music, do those things so you continue to establish those circuits. The second thing that happens in the remodeling adolescent brain is myelin formation. Myelin is a healthy sheath that allows connected neurons to communicate with each other in a much more effective way. How? It's 100 times faster, the signal that's sent down a neuron to communicate with another neuron, 100 times faster, and after it fires off, it's 30 times shorter the resting period that happens. 30 times 100 is 3,000. So when you've put down myelin, you've made your neurons communicate 3,000 times more effectively. That's a great thing. Now the great thing too is that you as an adolescent can actually use the focus of your attention to be aware of your emotions, aware of other people, to be engaging in activities, to be doing things with your thoughts that actually reinforce the parts of your brain you want to hold on to. So the good news about the remodeling story is that a field called neuroplasticity, how the brain responds to experience, shows us that what you do with your mind can change the activity and therefore the structure of your brain. So if you then come up with the statement that the ultimate goal of brain remodeling is to make an integrated brain, to differentiate areas, that's the pruning, and myelinate them, that's the linkage. When you increase differentiation and linkage, you make the brain more integrated. And an integrated brain is the pathway toward well-being. And you can do mind-sight exercises. These are exercises that increase insight, empathy, and integration. And if you do them as an adolescent, and you can also do them as an adult, you'll actually increase the integration of your brain as your brain is growing, not just during adolescence, but throughout the lifespan. And what's the outcome of integration? When integration is made visible, it's kindness and compassion. And so what we see through adolescent development is that our relationships become built on connections that are deep and filled with honoring each other's vulnerability, that's kindness, and supporting connections that are compassionate, filled with a sense of caring about other people and wanting to help them. This is the kind of world we can build as we move through life and support each other in our development.
Today for lunch, breaded tenderloin or ham and a turkey wrap. Potato cubes, baby carrots with ranch and pineapple. Tomorrow for lunch, ham and cheese hot pocket or a spicy chicken sandwich. Steamed corn, fresh mini peppers, pineapple, and a fruit slushie.
Sports scores. Wrestling conference results. Devin Miller came in second place. Adrian Gomez came in fourth. Ethan Rothenberger came in fourth. And Andon Wells came in third. Good job, guys.
Girls varsity lost 46-55 in a hard-fought battle with Clinton Central. Madison Miller had 19 points, Tori Skiles had 11 points, and Avery Gorbett had 9 points.
Boys varsity had a big conference win against Clinton Central 64-43. Leading scorers were Damon Shaw with 23, Luke Meek with 18, and Reed Douglas with 8.
Today, 6th grade boys basketball home against Carroll. Game starts at 6 p.m.
Today's birthdays. Happy birthday to Atticus Wilkinson.
Happy birthday!
Have a great birthday. I've been Lance.
I've been Sarah.
You've been Inside the Nest.